This week, we got Tesla AI Day coming up. How significant is this event? Does it have any impact, you think, on Tesla's stock price at all?
I'm imagining that maybe it's sort of a non-event for the stock. I think long term it'll ferment our belief in the company.
You have, I guess, some options, right, for expiring this week.
Yeah.
Can you explain kind of the thought process? I think you were thinking there was going to be a slight chance of a stock split.
Yeah, I mean, I thought a year ago is when they announced the stock split. It seems like they have their board meetings probably the same time around every year, and it's possible. I just don't think it's probable. What do I weigh in my head as maybe 10% chance? It's probably a 50% chance they announce another split this year or next year in my mind.
I'm curious, how much did you put down?
I bought 1,000 contracts in my personal account, so it was like 85,000 or something. And if I lose, at least it's discounted somewhat from my taxes. That's how I see it.
But I think in the past few to several months, something has shifted in the crypto world. The shift is moved away from Bitcoin and into Ethereum and a bunch of the ecosystem around Ethereum.
Even Bitcoin, I don't know for sure it'll be around forever, but I think if there is a digital gold, I don't see how Bitcoin's not that. So that's why I still hold my Bitcoin. And, I've thought about diversifying some of it to Ethereum, but a lot of these fads come and go. It's so hard to tell what's a fad and what's not still.
Yeah.
I think Bitcoin and Ethereum going up is a lot of the naysayers or skeptical people are slowly coming around to putting small amounts of their balance sheet or their net worth into it.
Yes. Thoughts on Palantir? Is it in y'all's portfolio?
The fact that ARK Invest and some other folks that I like are big on Palantir is a signal to me to pay attention, And so I'm trying to pay more attention to it and get more convicted on it.
Ed says, Lemonade, your thoughts on earnings and long-term prospects. Is your investment thesis still intact? Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, Matt and I talked about this recently. Still see Lemonade from a big picture being a combination of the best of Robinhood and the best of Interactive Brokers combined. You combine that in the insurance space, and that's what Lemonade is, in my opinion. I just think there's a lot of potential with Lemonade to really disrupt the insurance industry. Sometimes, the investments that feel risky or lonely are the ones that have the biggest payoffs, And
in your opinions, how much of Tesla's future growth has been priced into their valuation or stock price right now?
This 10x run up they had in 2019 to early 2021, that's a big run up in stock. It was well deserved. They're measuringly increasing production every quarter. And I think that's sort of priced into the stock for a while. I don't think it's going to go up 10x again in a year or two. Or I don't even think it's going to go up 3x in 1 or 2 years, unless it's at the lower end of the range and it corrected down to $300 a share, $400 a share later this year. Then maybe next year it'll go up to $1,200 or something.
Any other growth companies which are candidates for 10x in 10 years?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about a couple, whether it's Palantir or Lemonade, about Roblox a lot. There's a lot of companies out there that could 10x over the next 10 years. A lot of these pharmaceutical companies or the gene editing companies. Tesla, I think, will be a 10x in 10 years too. I think there's a nice setup, hopefully, for the rest of the year and next several months for growth tech stocks, because they've had some impressive earnings. Everyone's kind of reformatting their thesis on them. Anything can happen. Interest rates are still low and they'll stay low indefinitely, in my opinion. Inflation's kind of in check.